beautiful people, what's happening? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We got a lot of players to talk about, and it's gonna come in quick fire. And it's been an iconic promo. S tier, you understand the ordeal. Footy icon, believe all the hype. 2020 means the player can give you 20 contributions over 20 games. Debatable, reserved. He's not getting in my rotation. I gotta be harsh. There's a footy scale. Let me cook up. Tammy, I think we can all agree he's been a pleasant surprise. He's had previous versions that have gotten busy. You don't want to see this man straight to the S tier. I'm not sure there's been a player that's broken more controllers or been involved with more FIFA rage throughout the season. Benacer, I think there's debatable there. Depends what you need, what you're looking for, Buchanan. If you're Canadian, I get it. But if you're not, probably not making it in your rotation.
Nice execution.
You're doing terrific.
Timmy Cahill, I love him. My personal bias, Everton supporter. He might get an extra jump. Capdevia, he's not going to give you the goals, but he does give you the defensive presence. Carvajal, not everyone wants an undersized fullback. We got options. You need versatility. Just throwing it out there. Stats look good to go. Green lit if we're going French. Joe Cole is a weird one because I want to put him in the 2020 zone, but no version of Joe Cole that I've used has really gone above and beyond. So for right now, I'm starting him off in debatable. Danger, not striking fear or discomfort comparatively to what we've seen in this year's installment. Di Maria into the footy icon, the first break into that category. Diego Carlos, Jota, slide into the 2020. Dumfries, Mr. Dumfries. I want him to be above debatable, but for yours truly, I'd probably bump him into the 2020. I might revisit and have to do that. I feel harsh, but I'm putting Buffon as the center back. Congratulations on the retirement. What an icon to the game. Diego Forlan, cost you next to nothing. Been a pure threat. That's where he's going. I'm not excited. It's the same with Fernandez. Even though the stats look so good, there's fraudulent activity here. I don't believe any of us would argue in saying they don't have impact, but some of the stats don't really line up when you get into the virtual pitch. Joe Gomez, 2020, but he's still not what he once was. Just look at the other players before you come at me in the comments section. Griezmann, just got a certain movement. Silky. There's a finesse in the body feint and the way that Griezmann opens up some of the angles. Creme de la creme. And Yaki Williams, I still think he gets into debatable, even if it's just as a super sub. I'm not mad if you put him in reserve. He's just done enough for me. Insigne, maybe the cheap man's Messi, the second coming of Messi or third in MLS now. No, sir. No, sir. Jesus. Jesus, gotta be a footy icon. Not just on some Premier League tax. Ryan Kent, I want him to be better than he is. Kessie's gotta still be in the 20s. I don't know that he's gonna give you a ton of offense, but the way that he disrupts everything, I call it how I see it. Not a gambling man. Harry, with a new dynamic image. Most will get on board. Kolo Muani, I really like him. I do. I think for more of you, you're gonna have him in reserve. So that's what we're gonna do, but I like him. There's no disrespect or negative downplay to anyone that is in the debatable or the reserve category. The options are just that deep. We got a lot of depth. That's 50 plus players. 50 plus. Kanate. Yeah, that'll work. Koulibaly, I don't love this year. Not even with the move to Saudi, as with many. His responsiveness, his side-to-side movement feels clunky, and as the game has shifted, the game has changed, the game has adapted, we're at the end of the game. I can just get better. Speaking of, Koundé would be in that category. Lamar, interesting player. I kind of want to have him in the 2020 position, but I'm not really sure where I like him best. He's 5'7", so undersized as a center mid, but I like his stats for that role. A little more box to box. Alvarez, a lot of people love him. I'm on board with the program. I'm not sure if I'm going to put him into footy icon yet. Messi, 99 overall. Nobody's going to debate it, and he has been torching, tearing up MLS.
Messi up over
Mkhitaryan, definition of debatable, has to be. Muriel, Still gross. You don't want to go up against him. And for that reason, he gets into the 2020. Musa! I wish that he was better. I do not like Musa this year at all. Something's not there. Nasty Neymar with a 99 overall. The double 5-piece that we know, we love, we appreciate. And the skills that pay the bills. Big money moves. Perisic, heavy balance. And I really want to lean on getting him into the 2020. I score goals with him. He can chase back. You can play as a center mid. You can play him as a fullback. You play him out wide. Kind of be a false 9 attacker if you like. Podolski. Whew. Love this inclusion. That might just be a heavy bias. I want him in the 2020 club. The left foot is a hammer. Ruben Neves. 90s across the board. What a value add. Royce. The original footies. And for that reason alone, he has to be a footy icon. Rodri. He's got to still be the 2020 club. Rodrigo, I really enjoy him. I think he gives you a certain level. He's faster than players that have the same stats or even better. Cristiano Ronaldo, clearly to the top of the charts. For many, the greatest of all time. What Ronaldo and Messi have achieved throughout their career that is paralleled together from the very beginning. We will never see two players like this again. Sancho, I don't even think he's debatable. I just haven't enjoyed using him this year. Kiri's kind of funky. If you got an MLS team, there's something there. Sonaldo, it's still not that purple sun. Just want to throw back a few years, but gotta at least be incorporated in the 2020. The Juice Man, he's fast. I don't think it's enough. Yaya Toure, man, what a beast. And I'm trying to keep it tight in the S tier because sometimes I feel as if we get into doing these videos and we don't leave room for the proper gaps that need to be there. There are levels, clear levels. Vinicius, violently fast. You get this man a little room to work with. You give him an inch, he's taking a foot. I'm not getting excited off of fullbacks. Again, this is not a discredit or a takeaway, but the man's not in the rotation for yours truly. Probably not even making the reserve. Also, if you're here and you have not subscribed, hook it up. Please and thank you. We also missed a few players in the initial recording. EA added a team 4. Ibrahim, Ant-Man, Hernandez, all of that's a reserve. That FUTTIES is giving you a stack. 2020. The new additions, Klaus, we're talking Santa Claus, icon all day. It's gonna be a phenom. I love using this man in FIFA. Llorente, same category, Spanish with the 90s everywhere, anywhere, a lot of versatility. Simons, welcome to Leipzig, 2020. Santos, reserve, no proof of anything. Carlson, I'm putting him in the debatable. If the stats are even semi-legit, decent, gotta be decent. Delaney, rich history, foot history, if you will. Not been his best year, but I'm seeing a 2020, especially as a center back. Mbappe, best player in the game, S tier. All Black, you know how I feel about goalkeepers, just to the reserve. It's always gonna be up for discussion. Your experience, my experience, they might never align. Alaba, 2020, I wish EA gave him the skills. Gravenberch, 90s everywhere, big body with the skills, come on. Give him the icon. Coutinho with the movement. Gonna be a madness. Footy icon. Gakpo, got that unique body type, 2020. Lucio, S tier. You already understand if you've played any FIFA this year. Di Natale and Park Ji-sun for the remainder of the heroes. I'm giving them both footy icon. And I feel strongly about that. Park Ji-sun been slept on. And heroes have almost surpassed icons. We'll see if that's a theme for FC 24. Let me know your thoughts. We had a lot of players discussed in this video, and I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.